everyone, you're welcome to class. Today we are going to be learning about virtual assistants. Maybe you've been wondering that who is a virtual assistant, what do they do, how do they learn, or maybe you're a beginner and you don't have an idea of where to start. I'm going to walk you through in this video, so let's dive right in. Alright, so this is introduction to virtual assistants. So the question is, who is a virtual assistant? So in short, they call virtual assistant VAs. So who is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant provides administrative, technical, or creative support remotely without physical presence in the client's office. So virtual assistants are people that provide, and don't let me just say they are people because they are actually professionals who offer services ranging from administrative, technical, or creative services to clients. And the client they work with are usually not with them physically in an office. So communication are usually remotely. All right, so let's get continued. So what are the roles, responsibilities, and work structure for virtual assistants? So the first core responsibility here include administrative support, customer service, social media management, and business support functions. I know you will have heard about virtual assistants that are taking tasks related to administrative tasks or maybe customer service or all of the ones I've listed earlier. So that's one of the things, but that is not actually all they do. So the second one here is specialized services. So they offer specialized services ranging from graphics designing, video editing, bookkeeping, website management, and digital marketing. Another thing I really want you to know is that they play vital role in business growth. Yes, a virtual assistant play a vital role in business growth. So they are like trusted partners that contribute to business growth and operational stability through flexible support. So through their support, they enhance the growth of businesses through operational stability they provide to help the business to grow very well. All right, so let's continue now. I'm going to be telling you that as a virtual assistant, I don't want you to see yourself as a glorified secretary. Of course, that is not who you are. Remember, I define virtual assistants as professionals that offer services like administrative and creative support to clients remotely. So I need you to think like a CEO. Yes, you got that. So if you are venturing into being a virtual assistant, you should see yourself as a CEO because the service you render is actually a business that should be well structured. So I really need you to adopt the business owner mindset. I repeat, business owner mindset. So now, one of the things you should do is that you need to think like a CEO. So you have to shift your mind from, oh, I'm looking for a job, I'm job hunting and all of that. And you should see yourself that you are building a brand, you are building your business, and you are the CEO of your business. And your business is service oriented. That is, you provide services to people that need it, who are your clients. Also, you need to focus on value and results. See, the truth remains that what clients pay for is value. Clients pay for value and they pay for results. So it's not just about the time you spend about doing their work. It's the value you actually add to them. So you need to prioritize solving business problem effectively. Now, let me say this. The more the problem you can solve for client, the more they are going to pay you. Yes, you heard that right. So the more the value you offer to client, the more they are going to pay you well. All right, so let's go to the third one, which is profitability and sustainability. So you need to evaluate the services you render. You need to evaluate the rate and the clients just to ensure that there is long-term profitability and sustainable growth. So you have to run this your virtual assistant business like a CEO. So you need to think about the profitability. You need to consider long-term profitability as well. So your rates must be well thought about about and the service you render. Now, there's opportunity for you to upgrade your services, and there's opportunity that maybe there are some services you are currently running and you feel that, oh, I think I'm not really making my money running this service. Yes, you can actually work on that. Maybe you are going to switch your services to the one you enjoy most and also you earn well from. All right, so let's go to the third module that talks about the benefits and types of virtual assistants. So what are the benefits of VAs? The benefits of being a virtual assistant, and what are the various types of VAs that we have. So one of the things virtual assistants enjoy is they enjoy flexibility, they enjoy location freedom. You can be in Nigeria, for instance, and you're working for someone in a part of the world that you've never been to before. In fact, maybe you've never heard the name of the country before until when you started working for the client. So is location freedom. You can be here and you're working for clients across the globe, and you have flexible schedule. You can practically determine the time duration you're going to be working. You can decide that, oh, I want to be working 3 hours a day, or maybe you want 5 hours a day, or you want something more than that. And most importantly, you can have access to clients globally. So that means that invariably you have access to global client opportunity. Well, another one you should notice is that multiple income streams. So you can actually offer services to different clients at the same time. So far, you can manage your client very well, and you feel that you won't get so shocked doing that. You can consider having multiple income streams by having different clients that you profile services to. All right, we also have career growth opportunities. So virtual assistants can lead advanced roles like operations manager or agency owner in the long term. Now let's talk about the different types of virtual assistants, or you can also say the categories of virtual assistants. So there are two basic categories. Yes, so the first one is the general virtual assistant, also known as personal assistant, while the second one is the specialized VA. So for the general VA, they perform variety of administrative and support tasks such as email management, calendar management, data entry, internet research, appointment, scheduling. So basically, if you are just starting out, you can start from general VA, and you can also get opportunity to work as a personal assistant to founders or busy business owners, right? So you can start from there, and then you will render administrative text to them. But along the line, you can actually switch to the second category, which is the specialized virtual assistant. So for the specialized VAs, they usually develop expertise in a particular area or in a particular field, and oftentimes they get more paid because they have specialized skill. So with time, even though you can start with the general VA, with time you can actually progress to have a specialized niche whereby you'll be very skilled in one particular area and thereby earn more in that niche. So now let's talk about how you can choose the right niche. So what are the factors you should consider before choosing the right niche? So firstly, here I said background and interest. So you need to ask yourself this question: what is my background like? What are the experiences I've had in the past? What are the skills I currently have that can be converted to jobs I can actually earn from? So you need to leverage on your educational history or the past industry you've worked with, such that you can transfer skills from those your experience into relevant niche that you can earn from. Number two, personal interest. I personally do not advise VAs to actually consider a niche they are not interested in. So it has to be something you're interested in. But if what you're interested in would not bring in the money, you can still sit down and reconsider it again. So your personal interest is also one of the things you should consider when you're trying to choose a niche for yourself. This is what I mean. Assuming you are someone that love organizing things, you just like when things are well organized. You like file organization. You love when things are well planned, strategically planned. You can consider project management such that you can manage tasks. You can ensure that things are well arranged, and then you can also consider administrative virtual assistant, though, where you can manage your clients' documents, files, and all of that. So personal interest actually matter. So you should choose a niche that you naturally enjoy. A niche you naturally enjoy. Also, let's talk about the personality assessment. So your personality also says a whole lot about the kind of niche you should consider. For instance, if you are someone that you are business oriented, you love expanding businesses, you love thinking about how businesses can grow. You understand? So depending on what your personality says, it can actually determine the kind of niche you should consider. So if you say that, oh, I love business growth, I love strategic planning, you can consider roles or niche like executive virtual assistant. Is a very good place you can actually grow. Okay, so the last one I'm going to be talking about here is sustainable niche choices. So you should be able to make intentional niche decision that can help build consistency, confidence, and long-term growth. Now, let us mention some of the various niche you can consider. We have the administrative virtual assistant. So for the administrative virtual assistant, they help with administrative tasks like calendar management, email management, internet research, data entry, and a whole lot of tasks as that. Also, we have executive assistants. For executive assistants, they are the ones that render assistance to C executives, founders, or busy business owners. Also, we have customer support. For customer support VAs, these are people that love communicating, they love meeting new people, they love profiling solutions to people's problems. So if you are somebody like that, you can consider customer support. Also, we have social media VAs. Social media VAs are specialized on how to bring businesses to limelight. So they are very expertise when it comes to creating content, or maybe scheduling posts, running analytics on your profile, maybe your LinkedIn account, your TikTok account, and all of that, just to ensure business growth. Yes, we also have content management virtual assistants. They are good with content creation. They help create content. It can be UGC videos, it can be content, anything content, basically anything content, they can help with it, and they are very good at what they do. Also, we have email marketing VA, we have lead generation virtual assistants. So for lead generation virtual assistants, they are the ones that help businesses to be able to gather leads. So leads are potential customers, right? So the lead generation VAs are the ones that help to outsource leads to your businesses. So these leads can eventually translate to paying customers. Also, we have appointment scheduling VAs. So for the appointment scheduling VAs, they are specialized with booking appointments. So they can work for let me say, like, there are some personnel or maybe founders that they do meet with people. Or okay, a perfect example is like a doctor. For a doctor, a specialist, for instance, they might need to schedule a lot of meetings with people, book appointment here and there. So an appointment scheduling VA is the one that assists with that. Also, we have CRM management. So these are virtual assistants that help in managing customers details in CRM too. So CRM means that customer relationship management tools. Also, we have the project management tools. For the project management tools, they are VAs, project management VAs, they are the ones that help with tracking of projects. They watch out for deadlines, they watch out for milestones, and ensure that tasks are done within the stipulated period. Also, we have bookkeeping VAs. These are virtual assistants that are interested in accounting or finance. We also have more like real estate VA, medical VA, AI automations, legal VA, e-commerce VAs? Well, for e-commerce VA, they are the ones that manage online stores like Shopify. Also, we have graphics design VA. They help with designing graphics for businesses or designing of logo, brand design, and a whole lot around that. We also have video editing. For video editing, they are the ones that help with editing of raw videos. So they get B-rolls, at times A-rolls, just to ensure that the picture is well painted using video. We also have website management video, and lastly here we have digital marketing VA. Now let's talk about the most important thing that most people have been asking me. Hello coach, I really don't know how to price myself as a virtual assistant. So let's talk about it briefly. Now, there are a lot of factors that you need to consider as a virtual assistant when it comes to pricing. Some of the factors include your skill level. How skilled are you? How skilled are you? And your experience. What's your experience like? And then the industry you are working is also something to consider. Then the client location and task complexity. So you don't just copy another freelancer that, oh, this freelancer is charging this amount and I want to charge the same amount. Do you have the same expertise? Do you have the same level of skills? What is your experience and that person you are trying to copy's experience level, and what is the location? Now, so let me talk about price ranges by experience. So for hourly rate jobs, for beginners, you can consider $4 to $8, but most times I just suggest $5. That's for beginners. If you are just starting out, you can start with $5 per hour, but with time you can increase it. So for intermediates, you can consider $8 to $15 per hour. While for the experts, you can expect $15 to $40 per hour, or minimum of $15 to $40, because you can actually increase it more than that if you so desire and if you feel yes, you have the experience and you can do that. All right, so another way you can actually earn is through packaging of projects. So you can package a project and you put it out for sale, and then your clients can come and they can buy that service. For instance, you can just package yourself. If you're a social media manager, for instance, you can package yourself that if I'm going to be helping you manage your page, maybe Instagram page, and I'm going to be working for you to ensure that I change the look of the page, to ensure that the page looks more attractive. When people are scrolling, they won't just scroll past your page, right? So the person can just package, the freelancer can package the amount for that service, and then clients can see it and then they can make purchase. Also, I have here calculating minimum variable rate. So you should have an idea of the monthly income goals, and then you divide it by working hours just to be able to find your minimum variable rate and avoid under prices. So when you know your monthly income goal, you know that, oh, I'm aiming for 300 or let me say $3,000 per month. You can now divide it by the working hours, and then with that you'll be able to find your minimum variable rate, and then you'll be able to avoid under pricing. All right, so the next question is, how do I get a client? I know, right? I know this is a question most people are usually asking, that okay, even if I have all the skills, how do I get to find clients? There are 7 ways in which you can find a client. So the first one is freelance platforms. So there are some freelance platforms that once you sign in and you optimize your profile and you are actually visible, right, you can actually get clients walk up to you. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and then freelancer.com. So they are very good platforms that a freelancer can consider to be able to get opportunity. Also, the second method is LinkedIn. So you can actually build a professional profile on LinkedIn, and you are active on LinkedIn. You engage with founders, you engage with other virtual assistants, and then your profile is really top notch, you can actually get a client through LinkedIn. Then the third one is referral. Peradventure you worked for somebody, then they can refer you for other jobs. Or let's say you went for a volunteer role, which is a very good entry point, especially for people that are just starting out. So if a new virtual assistant, you're just starting out, you can start out being going for volunteer role, and from the volunteering role you can even get referral, or you can even get a permanent role in that same company. Okay, so you can consider volunteering. So the fourth one is cold outreach. So cold outreach is when you deliberately reach out to clients. Yes, when you deliberately reach out to clients, hello, this is what I can offer you, and I have this year of experience. You can check my sample work. I'm not saying this is exactly how you are going to reach out to clients. I'm just giving you a general overview of what it should look like. So cold outreach is when you reach out to clients to tell them about your services, but ensure you are not spamming the clients. Ensure you're actually pitching yourself. All right, so the fifth one is personal brand. You can build your personal brand and tell people about your brand. So, and if you are not visible, nobody will know you. If you don't talk about what you do, nobody will know you. So you need to put out yourself there. Talk about what you do, talk about the service you render, talk about people you help, and then with that you can actually have somebody that can actually refer you through that means. Also, I have here internship. So you can actually go for internship role. You can apply for internship role. Through the internship role, you'll be able to learn lots of skills, that can actually help you grow. Then lastly, we have job boards. So with job boards, you can as well get opportunity and then find clients, because there's usually job applications, or let me say job advertisement, that you'll be able to get from the job. But so there's nothing should delay you in your career as a virtual assistant. So the best time to start is now. Start now. So I want to believe you've been able to learn a whole lot of things about who a virtual assistant is, what they do, how they earn, and different niche you can consider.